Hello and welcome back to my humble show. So, I saw a post on my personal Facebook account earlier about how the billionaires and the politicians are the dividing factor in America rather than the different groups which fall into the DEI social justice framework. And this was my response. I would just like to add that nothing makes the big guys feel bigger than fighting, or at least pretending to fight, for the little guys, especially if they want the votes. In other words, every little 1% group has a certain level of backing from the big 1% group. When billionaires back politicians who in turn back the current thing, which often comes in the form of minority advocacy, the majority of Americans end up expected to dance to the tune of the minority and those using them. Charlie Kirk refused to do that dance since he disagreed with it, and he was shot because of it. The words, "Hey fascist, catch," were etched on the bullet casing. That's exactly the label that people like Kirk are constantly given from the top of the Democrat Party on down. While I'm not arguing that their words equated to violence, that's certainly their own argument whenever they find a thread to pull, though their standard never seems to apply to themselves. Anyway, even if the big guys are broadly painted as the bad guys, and the little guys are broadly painted as the good guys, when a large portion of both categories deem someone like Kirk to be the oppressor, it's no surprise that someone takes matters into their own hands to eliminate the so-called evil oppressor. If you oppose DEI, then you deserve to DIE in such a worldview. In times like these, people reveal just how insane they can be, right or left. But if there's going to be any kind of cultural awakening right now, it's certainly not going to be the kind of awakening that the shooter and his supporters want. Too many people are tired of being called anti-science by people who are anti-biology. They're tired of being called misogynistic by people who believe that men can literally become women. They're tired of being called racist by people who claim skin color plays an inherent role in character. They're tired of being called bigots by people who don't even believe in objective morality. They're tired of being called Nazis by people who are sympathetic towards Hamas. They're tired of being called authoritarian by people who are literally demanding that the government infringe on the Second Amendment and take people's guns away. They're tired of being called fascists by people who claim speech equates to violence and therefore justifies actual violence. I could go on, but I think you get my point. Someone like Trump doesn't win an election only because so many people fit those labels. He wins because so many people are tired of being labeled by people who've claimed for years that they hate labels. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Feel free to disagree with me. I gotta go. Keep in touch, keep in tune. New content is coming soon. Peace.